Hi guys, Larry here with Southwest Florida Holsters, and today I'd like to talk about my Kydex presses and how I make them. I've gotten enough inquiries recently that I figure it's time I put a video on how-to together. And in this video I'm not going to go into great detail about how to build the press, but it's more of a demonstration of how it works, and so that you can see whether you think it's something you're interested in making or not. But first, I need to address my absence again in posting on Facebook and my website. I'm sorry, but life has thrown me some curves recently, and my time has been really restricted on shop time. That, and I decided to add leather to the business. And that decision has turned into mini Mount Everest. All of the information that I've needed to gather and learn has really turned out to be a lot more than I anticipated. But I am getting to the top of that little mountain, so I'm going to do my best to get the updating going on Facebook and the website, so you know, at least can know what's going on in the background anyway. So rest assured, I'm still here and things are moving along, it's just way slower than I had hoped for. Anyway. So let's move on to the press, and I promise I will do the best that I can to correct this absence issue again. And here we have the MDF presses that I use. These are made out of half-inch MDF for the top and the bottom. The legs are 3/4 inch MDF, and the clamps are Craftsman quick clamps. I've had really good luck with the Craftsman quick clamps, and I chose those. I'll go into greater detail in the text of the how-to about the different clamps. I started out with Harbor Freight quick clamps, and they didn't hold up at all. They were literally breaking. The tops would just, or the bottom part there, would just explode and there'd be pieces everywhere. So Harbor Freight quick clamps, no go. Then I went to the screw clamps and this type here, and had really good luck with it, but I just wanted to try these quick clamps. So I picked up some Irwins and these Craftsman. The Irwin, I can't remember the actual model of it. It's the one with the big jaws on it. Super duper clamp. But I got those and I got these, and the Craftsman won in the end. And for me it was ease of use, one, and number two, how they release. These have a release lever that's here that you can push, and then if you want to fine tune them, you press the release lever and it goes up that amount. So it's handy. I mean, if you decide that you want to come up a little bit, you come up, go down, clamp, and they have very good clamping power. Not a problem at all. Now here's where the difference comes in between Irwin and the Craftsman. The Craftsman, when you want to release it, you can put pressure on the trigger, pull the release, and then let go, and it releases gradually. Whereas the Irwin, when there is only one way to release it, and that's with that, and you get that bonk every time you release a clamp. And to me, it's just a personal thing that I didn't like. Nothing wrong with the power of the Irwin, they worked, but the design of the Craftsman for this style press seemed to work out well too, of how it goes in the pocket and that the pocket secures the clamp. The main concept of this was to be able to spin easily, because in the beginning with the screw clamps, I mean, you're excited and you're trying to get things done fast and you're moving around. So that was kind of, and truthfully, there's no real design other than what was in my head at the time, and then fine-tuned it a little bit. In fact, here's one of the prototypes. This is how it started out. And it was just a two-clamp affair. So you can see it's gone through a few revisions. But it worked out so well, and I liked it, that basically it looks pretty much the same, just a little more refined. And this could be easily adapted to other clamps. If you want to use like the Home Depot bar clamps or Harbor Freight for whatever, all you'd have to do is just design these pockets a little bit different. In fact, here all you'd have to do is put a spacer in and you'd be set for the Harbor Freight regular clamps because they have a nice flat bottom on them. So it would be kind of versatile. You'd have to come up with something, figure out how to do this to where it's not going to fall forward on you. Because that was the other design concern, is to be able to be quick, fast, and I just put my hands on it, spin it around. If I decide I need a third or fourth clamp, you can push these in, and away you go. So hopefully this will give you an idea of whether this looks like something you'd be interested in or not. Like I said before, I'll have all the details on how to make it, the dimensions, etc. I shrunk this down some from the original because original I was using Knife Kit's foam and USA Knife Makers, and it was bigger. The foam that I'm getting from foamforyou.com ends up being like 10 3/4 inch square final pieces. So I shrunk the press down a little bit to fit these. And I don't know if I mentioned, I use drafting tape, double-sided drafting tape, put 4 patches on the foam and stick it to the top because it makes things a little bit easier to line up. I don't think I've missed anything else, and if I did, I'll cover it in the how-to on the website. So, hopefully you found this useful, and it'll inspire somebody to fire up their table saw. I think I did mention that on the table saw. You have to be semi-accurate with your measurements, otherwise these are not going to be held tight enough. This little block right here is what keeps the clamp from falling forward, and so you need to pay attention to the dimension details pretty close. But what I will have on the website should work perfect for these Sears clamps. So I think that about covers it, guys. So if you have any questions, please post them to the website. I'd prefer keeping the majority of the questions on the blog comment area. I mean, I have nothing against comments in YouTube, but it'd be nice if we could keep them localized in one place. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.